Greetings from the set of Metro and More at Metropolitan Community College, serving more than 50,000 students with over 120 programs at our 8 locations in the daytime, evening, weekends, or online. And I'm your host, Kent Pavelka. Welcome again to Metro and More. More of what you need to know about Metropolitan Community College. Excited to have you along for a discussion with MCC's Distinguished Alumnus Award winner, Cory Johnson. Cory is a MCC alum, obviously. He is the 2015 Distinguished Alumnus Award winner, Business Development Director at AIT in Omaha. And Jackie Almqvist is with us, Dr. Jackie Almqvist, Executive Director of the MCC Foundation. Good to have you both.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And opportunity to talk about the foundation and this award that Cory won. A little background, if you wouldn't mind, about each of you. Jackie, would you go first? I know you've been at the college, and the last time we talked on the show, you had a whole different gig.
Yes. So thank you again for having the foundation here on Metro and More. It's always a pleasure, and to be able to spotlight one of our distinguished alumni award winners is something that is very important. I've been with Metropolitan Community College since February of 2013 and just completed my first year here as the executive director. I started out as the director of development. I've been in community colleges for about 11 years, and our mission for workforce development, economic development, and quality of life enhancement for those students and communities we serve is very important to me, as it is to the MCC family and all who I have the honor and privilege to serve alongside. I work with a volunteer board, and I work with terrific people who have graduated, friends and alumni, and I work with a terrific team in our foundation office and my colleagues throughout the MCC campuses.
Very well. Did you say you're Missouri native? You lived in Missouri, didn't you?
Yes, born and raised in Missouri. We moved here in 2013 when I took this position, and my doctorate is from the University of Missouri and
in Columbia.
Yes, and
in what?
It's in organizational communication. I study nonprofit leadership and particularly community college foundations.
Well, this is perfect for you, this position.
It's a dream job.
Cory, tell us about yourself. You are an Omaha native. I think you told me you went to Millard South, right?
Yeah, that is correct. Yeah, born and raised here in Omaha, graduated from Millard South in 2004. Never left Omaha. I actually started working in the trades right after high school. I thought that I wanted to be in heating and air conditioning, so I started there for 1 year and then decided that I wanted to do something different with my life, and so that's when I decided to go back to school and found myself at Metropolitan Community College and had a great experience there. Honored to be here to discuss this award that I received, obviously with these wonderful people that make MCC what it is today. So the position that I'm at right now, I've started working here when I was going to school at MCC.
Right.
And have now been there for coming up on 12 years. So
was it an internship to start with, or just a part-time job?
Part-time job.
Yeah.
Yep. I actually started driving a forklift on the dock just to get me through college, and never left.
And a little work in the warehouse, right?
That's right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well, we want to dig into your experience at MCC and talk about this award. Jackie, frame this for us. What's the background on this award and who it goes to?
Certainly. The Distinguished Alumni Award is something that's established to honor those who have established themselves in their field of endeavor. So Cory is an excellent example, which I'm sure he'll get into his story, of that workforce development of transportation, distribution, warehousing, and logistics, and the importance of getting the skills and training for that high demand career field here at the college. The Distinguished Alumni Award makes certain that our alumni are shown and showcased for the work they did here, and then the work that they can do on behalf of their industry and our communities once they leave here. It is a very competitive process.
Is it?
Yes, we have a representative committee that reviews applications each year, and nominations remain in the pool for 5 years.
Wow.
And it's a rigorous rubric to make sure that these individuals are still involved in their community in terms of volunteerism as well, so above and beyond, and they continue to nurture their relationship with their alma mater, MCC, even after they leave. And obviously Cory in 2015 had the highest marks in all of those categories.
I would guess that this award, being as public as it is, assists the foundation in its mission, correct? Letting people know in the community and showing them good examples of what the college does.
We're very proud to be able to tell Cory's story and the story of our graduates. Cory will show you how we helped him get to his baccalaureate attainment and prepared him for his career, and how what the skills he gained here, and when he went on to a baccalaureate provider, our educational partner for the 4-year, really typifies the good work we do. And his story also showcases to students. It expands their thinking about their career trajectory, their relationship with the college even after they walk the stage and graduate, and how we still care about them and want to keep them involved in our Friends and Alumni Network, which is an opt-out Alumnus association. Everyone who graduates from MCC is a part of it.
You're in
and
it.
Yes,
yeah.
And you're welcomed by our president, Randy Schmazel, and your graduation packet, and there are opportunities for you to re-engage and continue to be engaged. And one thing Cory did that I'd really like to take a moment, even before this award was going on or he'd been nominated, he took a leadership in the Nebraska Logistics Council as their president. And as that leader, he really saw the need for Metro students and high school students to get into the industry. And he led his board through a series of opportunities to encourage students through scholarships to pursue this field. And they established an endowed scholarship with the foundation to really make this a part of that industry-driven relevance and getting people in the pipeline, and to make it an affordable option to get the skills and training in colleges. I'll let you talk more about that.
Yeah, sure.
Very good. Let's jump into more of your story, Cory.
Sure.
You finished Millard South, and you want to be in heating and air conditioning, and here you are at AIT. How many years later?
Almost 12 years.
Okay, well, take us through what happened.
Yeah, so as I'd mentioned, I went into heating and air conditioning. I thought that I wanted to work in the trades.
Did you just jump into that after high school without training? Or
right out of high school, yep, no training. I just didn't think that college was for me. That just wasn't the route that I wanted at that time. So I started working for a heating and air conditioning outfit, and then a year later I just decided that I wanted to pursue an education, and so I just wanted to, I started at MCC. The reason that I looked to MCC though was a lot of reasons. Number one was the flexibility of scheduling, because I still was living on my own. I needed to pay my rent, but wanted to pursue my education. So the flexibility of MCC with not only schedules but locations, it allowed me to get to classes after work and before work so that I could make that happen. Also the affordability. I was able to actually get through Metro Community College without any student loans at all, which is awesome. To come out and say that you don't have any student debt is fantastic. So I worked on my associates in a business transfer while I was working at AIT Worldwide Logistics.
So you had the AIT job, the part-time job, as you entered college here?
Right. Yep. When I after
About the same time?
Yep. After I quit the working for the heating and air conditioning company, I was fortunate enough through my cousin to be offered a forklift operating position on their dock, and I said, you know what, that'll be great. It's something I can do while I'm going to school.
Gotcha.
They were able to give me a little bit of flexibility on my start times and end times for work as well. So yeah, I started that just thinking it was going to be a part-time job, make some extra money and pay my rent. But I started there and never left. After MCC, I went over to Bellevue University and finished my degree in marketing.
And the degree you got here after 2 years?
It was a business degree, a business transfer degree specifically.
What's business transfer? Oh, I see what you're saying. Transfer to finish your baccalaureate.
Correct.
Yeah, at Bellevue
Yep.
in this case, yeah.
Yep. So I went over to Bellevue and finished in marketing. But as far as my career goes, I started off as a forklift driver. Again, thought I was just going to be there temporarily. But then while I was working there, I was taking on additional responsibilities, became an account manager on the warehouse side of our business. And then from there, also became the Foreign Trade Zone Administrator, Bonded Warehouse Administrator, and I'm now the Business Development Manager for our entire company for Omaha. So,
Well, for those who don't know, tell us what AIT does.
yeah, absolutely. It's that tricky word, logistics. So we're basically the middleman in shipping. We're like a travel agent for boxes. When something needs to get from one place to the next, we're the people that you call. Whether it be international or domestic transportation or transborder, we do importing, exporting, and domestic transportation for all of our clients.
But not on an individual level. I mean, if I need a box to go somewhere, I go to UPS or American Express. You know,
Sure.
I already mean, you
Yeah.
know. But you do that same work?
Yeah, travel agent for box is just a little expression that we use. We typically deal in larger freight, things that move at the pallet level, or if like a full truckload of product, or
Okay.
an ocean import.
On a commercial level.
Correct.
More on a commercial level.
Yep, but if we have clients that have one box that has to go somewhere, certainly we can handle that for you too. So we handle all modes of transportation. We're actually, for our company, we're one of 50 offices in the United States, and we actually have a network in 200 countries. So it's a true global network, and so yeah, we can get things from here to there for you.
Is AIT, what's headquarters?
It's actually in Itasca, Illinois.
Okay.
So right outside of Chicago.
And this is one of 50 locations, you say?
Correct.
Yeah.
Yep.
And what do you do in your position right now?
Yeah, so I'm the business development manager. So my primary responsibility is sales. I go out and try and get new business, retain current business. But we are a relatively small company. We have 30 employees, so we all wear a couple of hats. I'm still an excellent forklift driver.
I was going to say, are you still working the forklift?
Yeah. Even though I wear a suit, it just kind of depends on what
Jump on the forklift.
whatever the daily duties call for. So
Yeah.
yeah, we do a little bit of everything there.
What was most impressive about Cory and his background at MCC? He goes on to Bellevue and then excels at AIT that made him the award recipient.
I think one of the things that I heard from the committee, is that they were very impressed with his desire to help others connect to their high demand career fields, to get on a track that was promising, and to be able to afford that education. And they felt that he, had really established himself in this company. He had a nomination that came from a former board member, Terry McMullen, who was his boss at AIT Logistics Worldwide. Important seal of credibility from, Terry has been a very good friend of the college. And Cory really is dedicated to giving others the opportunity that he himself has enjoyed. And I think that really spoke volumes.
And now might be a good time to look at a little tape that we got with Terry, Terry McMullen, and some of the thoughts that Terry had in the nomination process of Cory. Let's look at that.
Terry McMullen, branch owner of TLK Air, an agency for AIT Worldwide Logistics. We offer a diverse level of services in transportation and global supply chain. And it was my honor and my pleasure to nominate Cory Johnson as a Distinguished Alumni for MCC. When I nominated Cory for the Distinguished Alumni Award, I was on the MCC Foundation board. I learned that Cory was a complete package, a talented, hardworking young man that not only sought out opportunity, but he earned it as well. I would think I was as excited as Cory was, for sure. Cory is on the front line of this crazy and growing international logistics industry. He's well positioned as our business development manager to succeed with his skills from MCC and his knowledge, and we welcome his future contributions. Thank you.
So what did winning the award mean to you, Cory?
Oh, it was just truly a great honor to receive that. I know there are so many graduates that come out of MCC. And they're all doing fantastic things. They really are. Metropolitan Community Colleges really gives you that platform to excel, and because they don't just stop with education, but they'll help you with finding internships and finding work, and it's more than just coming and getting a degree. So I know that I am not the only person out there that's in a career that they enjoy and have excelled at. So truly an honor to even be nominated and to be selected through the board for this. This is fantastic. So.
And Cory is not only the 2015 Distinguished Alumnus recipient, but he is the first. So he is, yes,
Wow.
setting that bar high in 2015.
Well, I was going to
Thank
ask
you.
you about
Yeah.
the history of this.
Yes, so 2015 and 2016 we've awarded, and he was our first. We brought Terry McMullen up on stage at the annual Foundation Scholars Reception to receive the award, and Cory extended his thanks and appreciation at that time. And there was a room of about 300 people here on campus who were able
That's
to
great.
applaud him for his dedication and to the industry and to education for others. And that is an annual event where our scholarship donors come together with the scholarship recipients
Great.
and have a first-hand experience. And so we were able to showcase someone who really took that, the experience and the quality of an education at MCC seriously and went on to really thrive. So we were very proud to be able to show that to our students.
Yeah. So donors and
donors as well,
and
certainly.
whatnot get
Yeah.
to see what they're supporting.
Yes.
And why do I suspect that you having this job for the amount of time you have coincides with this award being established?
It was something that I had done at another community
Very good.
college, and I knew that Metropolitan Community College had success stories, and I knew that we needed a systematic process for people to be able to tell the stories of those who they knew were leaders and who were graduates of MCC, and they have come in the floods, and they're compelling. And we also have found that those nominees and recipients, such as Cory, are in our community magazine, our quarterly publication that comes out of a different department, comes out of marketing. And I think you had a 2-page spread
I did.
on the alumni spotlight. So they're great stories to tell, and we find those opportunities to thank them for choosing MCC and to honor them for what they did once they left here.
I want you both to jump in on this one. What is it about MCC that makes it special? I mean, I know you both feel that way, but what's the magic of Metropolitan Community College education?
I'll jump in on this one first because Jackie could go forever, so she can kind of finish this thought up. But for me, it was the fact that you could tell that the people that are here, they really truly care about making sure that you get through your education process from start to finish. They have just fantastic resources. They make it a goal to make sure that the college stays affordable for you too. As Jackie had mentioned, one of the things that in my career, I've been fortunate enough to be able to work with the Nebraska Logistics Council, and we were able to establish an endowed scholarship. But that was just because it's something that you want to do to help the people that want to help people. So getting that.
So you got that done yourself?
Well, on the council, yes,
Yeah.
yes. So yeah, no, that was
You're being modest here. I think.
it was it was a tremendous deal for us. We I still serve on the Nebraska Logistics Council board, but I was the president for 4 years. I'm the immediate past president now, but we had established a scholarship fund for kids that were at the high school level and also at the college level that wanted to get into transportation, distribution, and logistics because it's an uncommon field. You don't hear people talk about that. So we're trying to help career path students into a successful career in our industry. And so we were doing, we do several scholarships every year. Typically we hand out $300 or $400 or $500 scholarships. And we just wanted to do something that was more of a stamp for the Nebraska Logistics Council and students at the college level. And it was a perfect fit with MCC to come to them and say, hey, we want to set up an endowed scholarship, something that's going to last and help to drive successful young people into our career, something that you don't typically hear about.
What is that field of study at MCC? What's the degree path?
We have transportation, distribution, warehousing, and logistics. So it can
That's
be an
the major.
area of concentration.
Okay.
I think we break those apart a little bit.
Yep, it includes diesel technologies and everything like that too. So,
You want to chime in on
Why
what makes-
Metropolitan
yeah.
Community College, why it's special.
Yes.
It's special for many reasons, and I would like to really piggyback on what Cory said. It's that personal touch. I see it from faculty members who work directly with students in the classroom. I see it from those who I work with every day in the foundation. that personalized attention. I see it from the donors who come to us and turn to us to make a difference. I see it from staff who are, in those wraparound services for student needs and financial aid and support services. And we know the student's name. We want to help them get to where they're going, and we take their educational goals seriously. Maybe they come to us like Cory and they want a transfer to a baccalaureate, and that's great. That's success, because student success is what the student needs to be successful, and we help guide them on that path. Maybe they come to us and they want to get an associate's degree and jump right into a career and not transfer on. Maybe they come to us for a certificate program, for several weeks to get the CDL certification. Maybe
Or
they,
even just take a class.
one class.
Yeah.
So that those personal pathways, the personal touch, knowing your student's name, they're not a number in the classroom, being interested in where they land several years later, that's something that's authentic and it's real and it's lived and it's alive on all of our campuses.
And I think it's probably something you have to experience to really understand and know. But I mean, I know enough that one of the examples of why there's proof in this that MCC really cares about its students is in the initial process of. I mean, you start investigating coming to MCC. You're going to get help right away, even before you get in the classroom, as much as you want. Correct?
Yes. We as an organization are very receptive and responsive to our students at the individual level, as well as our communities, at the more macro level. And so when our students make a call and they need something, of course, we're getting back to them in a timely and professional way, because our goal is to serve our diverse audiences for their needs. But also when industry comes to us and needs customized training, or as we see the need to build buildings, for the jobs of today or the jobs of tomorrow. Our leadership here with Randy Schmazel and our Board of Governors and our administrative team and all who serve in this great mission that we have is really, Cory's really evidence of that. He came here and hopefully, we are grateful that you chose us and hopefully you're honored by this award. But I think it shows that we are taking very meaningful steps toward making a difference in the lives of those students and helping them reach whatever success means for them.
In fields that are in demand in terms of careers. I mean, that's another aspect of what's appealing about Metropolitan Community College. You can come here and you can finish and you can get start a career in a job. So, what advice would you have for students who are kind of shopping around right now like when you got out of Millard South and you did your heating and air conditioning for a year?
Yep.
You didn't think you wanted to go to school, but some people they make that decision and I don't know what the considerations are that make a difference in the end, but what would you talk about if you were to talk to students about why MCC?
Sure. I think that if you start looking at a local level at your schooling options, MCC is really kind of an easy choice. And the only reason I say that is because of the same reasons that I went to school here. It's affordable, they're flexible, it's not just one campus and one location, you can go all over. Me personally, I went to 4 different campuses as I was completing my associates.
And not to mention online.
Yes.
Online is also an option. Yeah, actually I took a couple classes online as well. So if you're considering getting an education post high school, then really I think that looking into MCC is probably your best option, just because of the guidance that you can get without you don't have to enroll to get guidance. You can come talk to people,
right.
Talk about cost, put a plan together. It's not just coming to sign up for a class, but you can put together a pathway before you ever enroll. And feeling like you're going to get somewhere in a short amount of time, it's meeting those goals that makes you're accomplishing things as you go, and it's just a good feeling to get started. The one thing I would say too to folks that are maybe teeter-tottering about whether or not they want to pursue an education or not, it's easier than what you think to get signed up and start, and then once you get rolling and you start seeing these credits start to add up, it's a great feeling.
Motivator.
It's a great motivator, absolutely. It worked for me, and I've obviously I'm so appreciative of the opportunity that I had here at MCC. I love the college and what they do for the community, and I'll obviously continue to support them too. So
Very good. Don't want to let the time go by without just throwing it to you guys and to make sure you share what you want to share with our viewers about all this.
Well, one thing to note, and over our 40-plus years as an educational institution throughout our 4-county service area, and I heard you say flexibility and affordability, accessibility. On top and part of both of those other words of affordability and flexibility, accessibility is really the heart of what we do. Financial accessibility, we help with scholarships through the foundation so that students can afford an education. We know $1 is a lot of money if you don't have any, and we hope to continue through the generosity of our donors to be able to continue to supply and provide scholarships as they're needed. Geographic accessibility throughout our 4-county service area. We have multiple modalities. We have online. We have the do space for a lot of our
72nd Dodge.
72nd Dodge. We have throughout our 4 counties opportunities for students to take the metro as they're able to campus. So transportation isn't as much of a barrier, and we work to decrease transportation barriers with that geographic accessibility. And then really the emotional accessibility, what we said earlier, that personal touch. And we know our
From the very beginning.
From the very beginning. We know their names. We know where they want to go, and we're committed to whatever success means for them and helping them get there and helping them get into those career pathways that we know exist. And so they can not just have a job, but they can have a career. And our college president is very committed to making sure it's a job they can build a career on and raise a family on. And that vision is very much lived here.
Do you have any last minute thoughts? We've got a couple minutes, maybe a minute left.
Well, yeah, just to kind of, I guess, close things out, I'd just like to say thank you to MCC again for the award. It truly was an honor. Not something I ever saw coming. Obviously, being the first recipient of this award, it's
nice too. I mean,
it is. No, it's a great piece of hardware for the office.
Yeah.
So. Yes. No, truly an honor to be a part of that, and I just hope that I can continue to be involved with MCC wherever they'll allow me to be, and just encourage other students and other folks in the community that, to give MCC a shot. If you're looking to pursue an education, just make the phone call or show up on campus and get the help, because they're here to help you.
Very good.
The 2017 deadline for recipient nominations is March 17th.
Okay, very good. Jackie, thank you. Cory, thank you.
Thank you.
And thank you for being again with us again on Metro and More. Our mission is to better acquaint you with the mission, the leadership, and the reach of the college. I'm Kent Pavelka for Metropolitan Community College. Let me do the close again, because that was unique. Okay. Okay. And thanks to both of you.
Thank you.
And thank you for being with us again on Metro and More. Our goal is to better acquaint you with the mission, leadership, and the reach of the college. I'm Kent Pavelka for Metropolitan Community College. If you have comments or questions about the program, please email us at metrovision@mccneb.edu. Thanks for watching.
This has been a MetroVision production produced by Metropolitan Community College.
This is Metropolitan Community College, where students connect with jobs. Choose from more than 100 1- and 2-year career programs on campus and online. Get started at mccneb.edu.